We all recognize the so-called Star of David. It's everywhere, on flags, synagogues, political stages, military insignias, global institutions. It's become one of the most universally accepted symbols on Earth. But before we assume we know what it represents, we have to slow down and ask a question almost no one ever asks. Where did the star actually come from? And what if I told you it has nothing to do with King David? The first time we encounter this symbol is in Scripture, and it's not in celebration but in judgment. In the book of Amos chapter 5, the prophet condemns the northern kingdom of Israel for pagan worship. They were secretly carrying portable idols, the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of their god Remphan. This act of idolatry is what led to Israel's exile beyond Damascus, which was fulfilled in the Assyrian conquest in 22 BCE. But the Bible doesn't stop there. Centuries later, in Acts, Stephen quotes Amos word for word while rebuking the leaders of his day. So according to Scripture, the star is not a symbol of David, or righteousness, or covenant. It's an idol, a condemned emblem associated with the worship of Moloch. But that raises an even deeper question, because if Israel was already carrying the star immediately after the Exodus, where did they get it? In 1446 BCE, the Israelites had just left Egypt under Moses, and they were wandering the Sinai and Transjordan desert for about 40 years. This was known as the wilderness period. But if they already possessed the star idol after leaving Egypt, then they didn't adopt it in Canaan. They brought it with them. And in Exodus 12:38, it explains why. A large group of non-Israelite Egyptians and foreigners had joined the Exodus, bringing their religious artifacts and customs with them. And we see exactly how this influenced the camp in Exodus 32. Because when Moses delayed returning from Mount Sinai, the people demanded that Aaron make gods for them. This was the first outbreak of the Mesopotamian blood cult inside the Israelite camp, a direct copy of Canaanite and Babylonian storm god standard. The portable shrine, the idol processions, the worship objects, the same pattern condemned by Amos centuries later. And the same star appears again outside Scripture, in the very text used by occultists and Kabbalists for centuries. The Picatrix, the Zohar, the Sefer Raziel, the Key of Solomon, and the sacred magic of Abramelin all attribute the talisman of Saturn, the hexagonal star, to King Solomon. And here's where geometry starts speaking louder than branding. The star has 6 points. It forms 6 equilateral triangles, and its corners create a 6-sided hexagon. 6 points, 6 triangles, 6 sides. 666. Scripture itself connects this number to one man. And what do we know of Solomon's later life? He built shrines for foreign gods. He turned after Moloch. He eventually lost his heart to idolatry, exactly as Yahweh warned would happen. This is why the hexagram saturates Kabbalistic symbolism. It goes all the way back to Babylon. Now, there isn't enough time in this chapter to explore the full history of how this symbol re-entered modern society in the 1900s, but here are some breadcrumbs. In 1896, David Wolfson, who was a wealthy supporter of Theodore Herzl, the founder of the Zionist movement, became one of the earliest financiers of the Zionist political project. A year later, Wolfson designed a flag with Herzl's input. And the design? I'm sure you can take a guess.